Hey guys, welcome to the Movie Goers Podcast. My name is Jordan. Jordan be writing on all socials.
And I'm Darius. That's D's all up in your area on all socials.
And today we're going to be reviewing Why Did I Get Married? This movie came out in 2007, starring Tyler Perry, not as Medea. I think that's important that we say
Not in
that.
drag.
Right, yeah, not in drag.
Tyler Perry, the world's most famous drag queen. That's not. I don't mean that
Shout
as
out
pejorative. That's just
RuPaul.
literally what
No,
he
no, no,
is.
no, no, yeah, yeah. That's
He is
literally what
by
he
he's
is.
by far
Shout
more
out
famous than
RuPaul,
RuPaul.
salute.
But yes,
Fair,
sorry for
but
interrupting you. Starring Tyler Perry.
no, you good. Starring Tyler Perry, Sharon Leal, Janet Jackson, Malik Yoba, Jill Scott, Richard T. Jones, Tasha Smith, Michael J. White, Landman Rucker, and Denise Butte. Why Did I Get Married is about four longtime married couples embarking on their annual getaway, expecting relaxation and reconnection. However, their idyllic retreat unravels as deep-seated issues and shocking secrets surface. Infidelity, financial woes, and emotional neglect force each couple to confront the painful realities within their marriages. As tensions escalate, they must decide whether to fight for their love or face the prospect of separation and the difficult choices that lie ahead. Someone tell you for setting the table for Act One.
All right. Act one, we're going to call the reunion and underlying tensions. We got four married couples, friends for years, gather for their annual week-long retreat in the mountains of Colorado. Beneath the surface of their camaraderie, subtle cracks in the relationship begin to emerge through playful banter that hints at deeper insecurities, past hurts, and differing expectations about marriage and commitment. And let me just say, one of my big critiques of the movie when I first saw it was I thought it was bad writing to give like literally everybody a high prestige job. Like, what are the odds?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but as life has
yeah.
taught me over the years is that class selects for itself very, very well, and it's not at all unusual for a group of
It really
eight
does.
friends to all have extremely a group of eight high achieving people to all be friends and subsequently have high
Know
prestige
each other.
jobs.
Yeah,
So we got an architect married to a
correct.
psychiatrist, we got a pediatrician married to an
Mhm.
attorney, we got a fucking scientist hair salon lady who married to a football player, and we have
Yeah.
Mike who is a real estate self-employed mogul with a stay-at-home mom. So those are all
Hmm.
very, very high prestige jobs. I used to think, oh, this is Tyler Perry just throwing random jobs together, but it's actually not that unusual
It
for.
really is accurate.
Yeah, it's actually so. I mean, that's my mea culpa. I used to that was one of my biggest critiques in the movie before, but it actually makes sense. So, what you got?
Um, I think this is one of his better works. This actually you can tell he put in effort and there's quality and there's a production value to this film
It's
is
coherent.
that is completely dissimilar from the majority of his filmography.
For a while there, you feel like you're watching people and not characters in a movie.
Yeah.
So that's that is good. So I agree.
Yeah, and I also want to say that I mean we'll kind of go delve into this further, obviously, but this is when I first saw I think I was maybe like 15, 16, whenever this came
Yeah.
out. But as an adult watching it, when as a kid, I was like, this is so over the top, whatever. And it's like, but it actually is a pretty accurate portrayal of various stages of marriage and various types of couples. You have the one where the husband doesn't respect the wife. You have the one where the wife doesn't respect the husband. You have the couple that seems like everything's okay, but really it's horrible. And then you have the one where it's just like toxic, but you're not really sure who's the toxic one, kind of
Yeah.
in that situation. Um, so I will
Uh,
shout out Todd Perry for his writing in this film.
yeah. I use it feels over. It's humble. It's by Tyler Perry standards. It's muted. He's actually quite reserved in
Very much
this.
so. Very much so.
Um, no, I mean, look, Angela and Mike or Angela and Marcus.
Yeah.
They can they get
They're
they turn to characters,
cartoonish.
but everybody has a one. It's a movie, and two, everybody knows a toxic couple that
Everybody
is
knows that
just
couple.
that's
Everybody
just
knows that
like
couple.
they
Yes.
will just like they will literally have a drag out fight in front, not literally domestic violence, but like
Yeah.
a heated argument in front of you, and do not care about how uncomfortable it's making everybody else.
Not at
Uh,
all.
so I mean, it's not at times it's a little over the top, but it is not at
Right.
all it's something that no one is it's we're all familiar with it for lack of a better word.
Correct. Yes.
My thing is, what was with okay, credit, let me tap his ass a little bit, pause. What is with the planes, trains, and automobiles as travel? Like what like why?
Okay.
Why is
Yes.
someone
Okay. I
taking a
thought it was just
train
me.
from Georgia to Colorado.
Georgia to fucking Colorado? Are you crazy?
In this United States infrastructure, what train are you
Yeah.
taking?
Are you? Come on, man. You'd have
What?
to take 15 trains to get there.
What? I just was like, somebody's driving, somebody's flying, somebody's walking, somebody's on a train, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why are they all? What is this? Is the? It's
And
like the
again,
fucking Red Dead Redemption. Like, what is going on?
to your previous point, these are all basically affluent couples.
Yeah.
Fuck, are they
At
taking the train
minimum,
to
they're all
Colorado,
upper middle class, but if
Atlanta?
not, just flat out
Yeah.
rich.
Yes.
Like,
Right. Why the fuck are you taking a train from Atlanta to DC? I mean to Colorado. And I'm assuming it's Denver. That's insane.
yeah, the mountains of Colorado. They didn't. I just went Georgia to Colorado, but Mike, my nigga, you made your wife drive from Georgia to
Drive from
Colorado
Georgia,
solo.
dog.
He hated
While
her
you fly
guts.
with her guts.
I mean, dude,
While you fly with the side chick.
I wouldn't even do that to somebody I didn't like. I'd be like, no, you're not
Come
driving
on, man.
1,500 miles solo.
And
Like
then you call her fat on the plane in front of everybody, and then give her cash. You don't even give her the whole wad of cash.
he gave her a smooth $100 and said drive 2,000 miles.
Dog, that's crazy, man. Now I will say so that Mike was a cartoonish villain in this movie.
I know some terrible husbands. I wouldn't,
Uh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I've heard of some terrible husbands. I don't personally know any, but I have
Yeah.
seen and come across some terrible husbands. So now making your wife drive Georgia to Colorado solo while you fly with your mistress is cartoonish,
Yeah,
but like chastising your wife for weight gain is not at all. I have seen married men
it's
do
not
that
unheard of.
in public, and I don't even.
Yeah.
These are her close friends. Nigga did that in front of me, and I don't even know them like that. Like it's just
Damn.
like so. Like the jokes feel over the top, but I've seen it in person. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, what else you got for Act One?
I would like to say that I don't really I mean I know it's for the character development and the story arc, but there's no amount of makeup you can or bad wigs you can do to make Jill Scott look ugly. Like
Yeah.
they tried
Um,
to make her look like this like homely woman with like the padding and the I guess the fat suit or whatever. It's like she's still beautiful. Like
Yeah, 100%. Also, shout out to the cast, man. This is
yeah,
this cast cost Tyler Perry some ducats.
yes,
He's
definitely.
known to his credit, he's known for paying fair wages to his cast, to his
That is
actors.
true.
Everyone who works with them says, the check's clear and they're nice. But this one
Hmm.
is, I mean, he went and got Janet Jackson and Jill Scott.
Yep.
Richard T. Jones, shout out to The Wood.
Yep.
Um, Marcus at the time, the guy who played him was much lesser known, but now, he's a pretty decently known actor. I mean, this cast is pretty solid.
Yeah,
So,
for
shout
sure.
out to him for that. It's a well casted movie. All the characters were believable, and everybody held their own. So,
Very much so. I also do want to highlight Janet Jackson and Jill Scott's performances in particular. I think
yeah.
these are two of their better on-screen performances. Although Jill doesn't act as much, but in general, they were phenomenal in this movie.
Shorty came out in some lingerie, and he told her she looked like a lampshade. He said she looked like the cow that jumped over the moon. Oh my
No,
God.
the worst part was she was like, yeah, Trina said you might like it. And he was like, Trina lied. I'm like, dog.
You need to smack Trina.
Yeah, you need to smack Trina.
And the laugh, shout out to the actor. The laugh was so
Yeah,
sinister.
Richard T. Jones.
It's like, that laugh
Yeah,
was sinister, man. He was like,
Richard
you
T.
need to
Jones was born to
smack
play an
Trina.
asshole.
Did you see
You need to
the
smack
viral
Trina.
video of it was Richard T. Jones, Jill Scott, and Michael J. White and
Mhm.
Tasha Jones read like just kind of playing around
Touch
their old
Smith.
characters. Tasha Smith.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. On
Yeah.
TikTok, I think it was.
It was nice to see everybody doing well. But yeah,
Yeah,
man,
yeah, I saw
that
that.
laugh, he
That
was
was
like, you
funny.
need to smack Trina.
Yeah. And
Man,
then as he rolls over laughing himself to sleep.
man. Uh
Oh God. No, he was horrible because he was just like, you don't cheat, you must be gay.
yeah.
What?
He was like, that's it, you're gay. I forgot about that. Then Yeah, they was cooking breakfast. They flirting at the table over the
Oh,
breakfast. She didn't want him to sit with the police officer man, Troy.
mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
was. I mean, he was. I mean, he hated her
He
guts. He was done.
he was
Like
brazen than a motherfucker. Like,
he
yeah,
he
no,
thought. I mean, people be like he was dumb for trying to sneak it. He didn't care.
he didn't care. He
He was
truly did
sneak.
not.
He did not care. He wanted her to know, but he didn't want to tell her. So he set it up to
Yes.
where he could just sneak into his. He knew what he was doing. You thought no one was
Yeah.
going to hear you in that little ass cabin, like
He literally had no regard for her as a human being at
creeping to
all.
your mistress's door. You thought he knew he was going to get caught. He just didn't want to,
Yeah.
be the one to break the news. But no, he
Right.
wasn't stupid. He just didn't give a shit.
Not at all.
You got anything else
Yeah,
for Act One?
he was horrible. Um, I think personally, to me at least, like Tasha Smith's character was insanely toxic,
Yes.
whatever. But I think Sharon Leal's character, what's her name? I can't remember her name in the movie, but
Oh, Diane.
um, yeah, Diane. I
Yeah.
think she was just as bad as Mike was to me in terms of as talk about
That's a
bad
lot.
spouses. Sorry, not just as bad. Okay, not just as bad. I'll say so. Mike is the worst of the
You
guys,
want to redo
and
on
I
that
think
one?
Diane is the worst of the women.
Okay. That
Uh,
makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would say
because like they're on the vacation. She's refusing to not be on her phone. She's refusing to not work, which is the whole point of this trip, to focus on their marriage, and she's doing everything she can to literally not work on her marriage
yes.
while neglecting her husband.
I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, by and large, Tasha was just loud, but she wasn't really a bad wife.
Bad. Yeah.
Um, Diane was, I won't call her a bad wife. I would say she was not being a good wife during this snap of time. Granted, she was
Mhm.
defending a teenager on trial for capital murder, but
Yes, that is stressful. We do want to say that.
um, it's 3 days in the woods. Like it's the
And you
weekend, I'm
could,
sure he's in jail. The trial,
right.
like what's gonna happen? Unless it's literally a
There's nothing you
breakthrough,
can do at this point.
unless it's like
Right.
legitimately a breakthrough. And Terry seemed like an understanding man. So if like something was actually important, I think he would have understood. What it looked like was what he thought
Right.
was that she was avoiding um sort of intimacy because she knew that he wanted more children. So um
Correct.
and so yes, I would agree that if we were ranking the wives as bad by order of magnitude of terrible, she's the
Hmm.
worst. But
Right.
nowhere near as the same as Mike. My God. Mike was the bane
No.
of this trip.
Yeah,
He
no.
was
He was like, "Do you feel married?"
yeah, he was giving her bars, man. He said you look like the cow that jumped over the moon. Oh man, that was rough. So have you ever fifth, seventh, or ninth wheeled a couple's vacation?
Uh, no, thank God.
It's
Yeah,
actually not that
shit.
bad. Um,
The trip I went on this weekend, before everybody got there was like five of us there at the house, and one of the other guys, he was like, are there any like singles on this trip, or is it like a bunch of couples? Like, what's the
yeah.
deal?" And they're like, "Oh, it's just one couple." We're like, "Oh, thank God."
Well, so it depends on the trip. Like
Yeah,
a romantic getaway in the cabin in the woods, probably gonna pass on that one.
sure.
A weekend at the beach, as a single person, I could find my own trouble to get into. I could fifth
Right,
wheel that one, fourth, seventh, eighth, whatever, how many couples it is. I can odd wheel that one because there's enough for me to get into on
right.
my own shit and still kick it with them. Because I mean, I imagine we're of similar ilk in that we're the friend in the group who just is not is perpetually single.
Uh, More or less. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
so
there's a
I'm
couple
I'm
of
of
friends in
similar
certain groups, but yeah, pretty
I'm of
much.
similar ilk with my day one friends and other groups of friends, and so you get used to it, and they almost get used to it. And so
Right.
it depends on the trip. No, I'm not
Yeah.
in a cozy cabin with by myself. You know, no, I'm not doing that. But like a beach
Yeah.
trip,
Fuck no.
Vegas, a beach trip, going to LA or something. Yeah, I could that's fine. That's straight. But
Yeah,
no,
for sure.
cabin in the woods, I'm off that. So you want to get
Yeah.
into
Hell
Act
no.
Two?
Yeah. Let's get into it.
All right. So Act Two, we got confrontations and explosive revelations. The retreat takes a dramatic turn as long simmering resentments and unspoken truths erupt into Open conflict, infidelity, financial struggles, emotional neglect, and the weight of past traumas are brought into the harsh light, forcing each couple to confront the fragile state of their unions and question their futures together. I don't recall any financial struggles. I feel like that's
Yeah, I
not
don't
true.
remember that. She
Um,
just kept calling Marcus broke.
yeah, I mean, okay, fair. That's true. Marcus paid the mortgage this month. I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that. Yo, having your wife call you a broke ass nigga in front of all
For
your
all
friends
your
is insane.
friends, especially when you are the football player who financed
Her
her
business.
business. So they little addendum to the recap. This is the part of the movie that's most iconic. They're sitting at a dinner table. Every all hands on deck, having a joyous time. Mike's
Yeah,
affair is revealed on what's the girl's name? Sheila with the
Sheila.
woman
Yeah,
that's there, Trina, who's literally in the room at the same
Trina.
time. It is revealed
Yeah.
that
Also, fine as hell.
yeah, oh yeah, I mean I would upgrade. Shout out Jill Scott, but that was an upgrade. It is revealed that
That's crazy.
Terry went behind his wife back to get a paternity test. It's revealed that Diane had her tubes tied. Stick a pin in that. Behind her husband's back.
Yeah.
Gabby, is her name
Marcus
Gabby?
cheated and got
Marcus and Tasha cheated. And
cheated and
yeah,
had
VD went back and
STDs.
forth.
Uh, right.
Gavin and what's the
What's the other?
psychiatrist's name?
Gavin and Patricia. Patricia.
Patricia. Gavin didn't do shit. Or Gavin went to the crib, went
He just
to
was
Terry's
mad
house
that.
crying, asking her how you didn't strap your child in, which is a fair question. Um,
Yeah.
but the pin I wanted to put in there is that there is absolutely this is Tyler Perry not having editors. There's no way you could get your tubes tied and not your husband not notice. That is major surgery where you can't even like lift the box. You're on bed
Right.
rest. Like like this is
Yeah. Come on, bro.
unless you
It's
don't
not.
live together. Like and he's a doctor no less. Like wait,
Yeah. He acted like it was just like she got a plan B or something like that.
yeah. Like
Like
she went and got an abortion behind his back or something. Like no, like getting your tubes
yeah.
tied is there's no way someone who lives with you would not know that you just had major
Yeah.
surgery. It's just
Right.
like
That'd be like,
little
oh
things
yeah,
like
I
that.
got a vasectomy on the low, and she
Yeah,
didn't
I
know
mean
that I had to
that's
have
easier
ice
to
on
get
my
away
junk for
with.
6 days.
You could pull that off
Even
way
that is hard.
easier. Yeah, that's hard. But tubes tied? No, impossible.
Yeah.
So little, this is his good film, but you tweak it a little bit there where I'm just like, that doesn't make any sense. It's impossible.
Yeah.
But everything else on the table is believable, man. It's a great iconic black cinema scene.
100%.
And Mike is a meme forever because he just
Forever.
so all them folks business. You know how good of a person he has to be for them to still be friends with him after all this?
Yo,
And
you
that
have
nigga
to be
must have
either,
been the man back in the day.
yeah, no, you either have to be the most charming human alive, or you just like held niggas down when they were down bad for them to still fuck with you after that. Because
I
you
forget
he
which
could have
movie it
blown up all their
was.
marriages.
I forget which movie it was, but they were just like, someone was like, "Why are you friends with this person?" And he's just like, "He's an asshole, but he's our asshole." So,
Yeah,
I think that was kind of a
yeah,
similar thing.
pretty
Um,
much.
what else you got for Act Two, man?
Yeah, I was gonna say that iconic scene. Like I still that meme of him with the turtleneck to this day, where he's holding the wine and with the sinister look.
He knew he was about to drop some ether, man.
Yo, dog.
That shit was
Somebody
harder
needs to
than not
cut
like
that.
us. He was just
No,
like, and you had your tubes tied, and you had a
re-
paternity test, and you have a VD. Like it was like,
and you have a VD.
it's like
You
she's
blame
been
your wife
cheating
for
on
killing
you,
your
and
kid.
it's itching. Angela, do you
Yeah.
itch? Here's why.
Oh, oh, you mad at me, Patricia? Your husband's mad at you for killing your kid.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, that
strapped the
shit was
kid. I mean,
crazy.
he was like, "Oh, so we telling secrets."
Secret
Bet.
secrets. And the crazy part is like, so when you first watch it, you think everyone who's telling him to shut up is just
Yeah.
like trying to play peacemaker. Really, they're just like, yo, shut the fuck up, because you know my shit.
Hey man, he had what did the kids say? The T on
Yeah.
everybody. Just I mean,
He
he
was
was
clocking
just
that shit left and right, man.
man. He was like, "Did you practice this in the mirror, nigga? Damn."
But the crazy part is like, how long do you think he'd been holding all that information in?
Man,
Like
he went around the
that's shit
table
he'd been
like,
holding in for
and
you.
you, and
Boom,
you.
boom, 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 boom.
But Sheila clocked his ass though. He was like, "I'll be fair, but I want a divorce." And he walked away, and she hit him with that bottle. Whew. Man, listen.
Um,
I have
Yeah.
never been hit over the head with a bottle. But I
Nah, me
imagine
either.
it's I imagine he had a hell of a headache the next day. Shout out to Troy for saying that.
Oh, for
So
sure. Um, I do also want to say, so I don't know if you noticed that, but so the inspiration behind that scene was actually from The Color Purple, the iconic kitchen scene in that movie.
I
That's
did
kind of
not know that. He is
what Tyler Perry used as his muse to write that scene.
he's on the record saying that's his favorite movie. So
Yeah,
um I did not know that. Nice little tidbit of information.
yeah. Okay, so I want to ask you. So, I mean, obviously, Mike was a terrible husband, and the affair was horrible. Um, do you think, as a friend, seeing someone that close to you go through something, a marriage or relationship like that, at what point do you think you would step in, or would you step in?
If there's no abuse,
Hmm.
and again, granted, abuse is a nebulous term.
Right.
Um, physically, financially, I mean, obviously,
Emotional.
that's tough because up until the end, she wanted her husband. So,
Right.
up until the affair, honestly, she probably would have stayed after the affair. She loved him, and so
Yeah.
no, I mean, I'm not stepping in unless there's some sort of documented abuse.
Yeah.
And like it has to be something that it can't just be he called her fat because like
Right.
I don't live in their house. I don't know what's going on.
Hmm.
You know, no, I'm not intervening just because you're like I don't like the way your husband talks to you. That's y'all marriage.
Right.
Like how you're not are you being held hostage? Are you under some sort of duress? No. So you
Yeah.
can leave whenever you want to. Well, clearly it doesn't bother you that much. It's none of my business. So
Yeah.
um no, I'm not intervening because I mean I would do what they did, what the fellas did. Like, hey man, maybe soften it here, maybe do this.
Yeah.
You're wrong for making your wife drive across the country, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But like trying to save Sheila from him, no, that's none of my business.
Okay. Okay.
But no, I would definitely, put a bug in his ear, like, hey, this ain't it. But
Right.
no, I would not. I'm not intervening on behalf of Sheila. She's an adult, and again, we're assuming she's not under any sort of duress, any sort of financial
Gotcha.
or physical, emotional abuse.
Hmm.
No, none of my business. If you want to leave, you know how to do it. You got the internet, so I don't know what to tell you.
You got the
Because
internet is
what
wild.
because what I would deem to be disrespect, the next man might not.
Right. Yeah.
What so you don't also don't know what people's situations, what they tolerate. You don't know the
Yeah. What
inner
they're
workings of
into.
their relationship. That's why when people post you breakups and you see screenshots out of context, it's like, okay, but like you might have been texting every day for 18 months and I'm seeing
Yeah.
17 messages
Right.
totally void of all the context. Like
Right.
I just no, because again, what I might put up with, what I might tolerate, what I consider a good relationship is totally different than the next man. So I can't tell him that he shouldn't be with this person because he again,
Yeah.
you know how to get out of it if you don't want to be there. So and I don't even think they had any children, so it's even
No, they didn't
easier.
have any kids. I think
Yeah. So
they lost a kid, or for
no, they
some reason I thought she had miscarried. I don't know why, but yeah.
she couldn't conceive. I think that was a
Maybe
source of
that's what it was.
tension in their marriage, but it became a joke in the second movie because she conceived with Troy like right away. So it's clearly Mike's issue.
Right.
So jumping the shark into a second movie there. What else you got for Act Two?
Um, I think that's all I got for Act Two. I'm trying to think.
I just got a little quick fun question, man.
Okay.
You know, price no issue. Every someone else putting their credit card down and funding the whole thing. Cabin in the woods vacation or beach vacation?
I mean, what group am I going with? Is it a couples thing, or is it like just like the guys trip, like group friends? What do we?
We'll just go
What's the
family. Like your
dynamic there?
family wants to go away for Christmas. You going to
Okay.
the
Okay.
beach or you going to a cabin in the woods?
Mm, yeah, we're going to the beach.
Okay, fair enough. I'm cabin in the woods. If it's a family type shit, if it's with the fellas, we're not sitting in the woods. We're going to the beach. I'm not trying to sit by the fireplace with you niggas. Uh, Absolutely not.
You're not trying to
Uh,
roast those s'mores with us?
no, bro, we're not trying to sell campfire stories. We're trying to get us some hoes. Uh, absolutely not.
Yo, imagine
Um,
me, you, and Luis out in the woods, fucking making
roasting
s'mores
marshmallows
and
and
shit.
fucking therapy sessions about our life. Absolutely not.
Right.
Let's go find some women to
Chugging
buy some
whiskey in the
shots.
trees.
Yeah, absolutely not. Let's get into Act Three, man. We're gonna
All
call it
right.
Reckoning Choices and Pass Forward. Following the intense confrontations, each individual and couple grapples with the fallout. They face difficult choices about forgiveness, reconciliation, separation, or divorce, ultimately deciding whether to fight for their marriages or forge a new, uncertain paths, forever changed by the revelations of their shared retreat. Another pet peeve of the movie. This is something that really, really gives it. This is why he needs editors.
Yeah.
Beginning of the movie,
Hmm.
it is framed as like a college friends linking up for their once a year. That's the way they're talking
Get
to each other.
together.
Oh my God, I just made partner. Oh, how did you get that bid? Oh, how's the kids? Da 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 da.
I'm
Into the
getting the
movie, we
award
find
today, or
out
in eight
they
months for
correct. Into the movie, we find
living in
out
the
they
same
all
city.
live in Atlanta and they're just like down the street from each other. And it's just like
Right.
you wouldn't. That's where an editor comes in, like, hey, that first scene, they're like
Yeah.
talking like they're catching up from the last 8 months, and at the end,
Right.
they're all kicking it at the bar and talk like in
Yep.
the same city. And you got to pick one. Like it's fine if
Yep.
people who live in the same city want a vacation together, but the way you
Hmm.
have them embracing each other, Terry's like, oh, I'm sleepy because I just. I'm defending it. Like they would know all of this if they were in regular
Right.
contact with each other. So, just a
Yeah.
little. He needs an editor. So,
He really
but
does. Or a better editor.
he does not use one. And he's notorious for just like one take, and he's done.
That
So
is true. I also wish he hadn't casted himself in this movie. I think
I think
he's
he's a
just
good
not
actor. I
believable.
actually think he's
I mean,
his
he's
best work is
decent.
when he's not Medea.
That is true, but I just think whenever I watch him and see him, I still can see and hear like the shades of Medea. So it just feels like he's it feels like Medea imitating a man in a way, if that makes sense.
Well, the issue is no one believes he's heterosexual. So every
Right.
time he plays himself, he's a straight man, and he just can't. No one believes that. So I mean, he's
Yeah.
been famous for 30 years, and I've never seen him even photograph with a woman. So like, you know how hard that is. not not TMZ catch you on a patio eating a
Steak
dinner.
or whatever.
Not a
Yeah.
little not a fan catching a picture of you at a bar. 30 years, fucking impossible.
Yeah.
Like so. And that's the
Yeah.
issue.
It's
Is no
just
one
like,
believes he's heterosexual. So when he plays himself, it's just like you
and
said, it's
it's
like
not
Medea
even,
playing a man.
yeah, like it really just feels like we where he's like, you don't give me any damn ultimatums. Like I could see
Yeah.
Medea's wig, like just I could just picture it with the wig, like you know what I mean? Like
He's going to
even when
get
he's
his
walking up,
fake gun. It's like
yeah, like when he's walking up the stairs, instead of like the long button down, like I just was like he almost I need him to see be in the nightgown. I don't, you know what I
literally
mean?
has
Like
nightgown and fake titties.
yeah, but not for you. So okay, so in the initial act or opening and intro to these couples in the movies, we it's clear that or not clear. It's most obvious that Mike and Sheila are like the problem couple.
Okay.
Um, for the most part. In the third act, do you feel like you changed that perspective change in terms of which couple was worse or as bad as them?
Well, they're the worst because they didn't survive. They got divorced.
Right.
Uh, but I will say, and this goes into the second movie where they actually do get divorced, Gavin and Patricia. You can see
Right.
the cracks. You don't, with the tragedy they went through, almost no couples actually like
Yeah,
divorce
it's
is
I
around
think
the corner.
like half of couples divorce after losing a child or
I
something
mean,
like
it's
that, I
just
believe.
it's
So
an atomic bomb in your house,
yeah,
and
you just
so
yeah.
and so once I saw those cracks. Like I knew the
Hmm.
foundation of they had the shakiest foundation, for lack of a better word.
Right. Yeah,
So I knew Terry and Diane were gonna get back together. Husband and wife disagreeing on the frequency of sex is a tale as old as time. You're gonna work that out.
that's true.
Tasha and Marcus were as in love as anybody. They just that just expressed it in
They just were
toxic ass
toxic.
ways.
Yeah,
Um, Patricia and
they're
Mike
basically the
actually
adult
got
version of
divorced.
Jody and what's her name?
Yeah, pretty much. the upper middle class version of Jody and Yvette, and
Yeah,
um and the other couple got divorced. So yeah, I would say Patricia and Gavin were the shakiest foundation by the end of the movie.
yeah, I think so too. And I will say, like, I know that I think a lot of it's for the story, so we could have the big reveal for when Sheila lost the weight, whatever. But just like the concept was you just n not seeing your friends for 8 months and then popping up married and them not being at your wedding, a little
Bad,
far-fetched.
bad right? SC needs an editor, man. Like, where these are rich people. They couldn't fly back to Colorado, like
Yeah. Right, you wouldn't think to go visit her at all?
yeah. She's going through a divorce. Um, she's she told you she has no money. She's with this new man
Yep.
that you don't know. You're not gonna pull up
Right.
on her one time. It's a movie.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It, the thing. Okay, so this is what makes this movie good and what makes other Tyler Perry
Hmm.
movies like unwatchable because the mistakes he makes in this
Yeah.
movie are like regular movie mistakes. They're not just like egregious,
Right.
right? Yeah, like I've seen other people make movies where the continuity is a little choppy, and this movie just had continuity issues, which, if the movie's good enough, I'm willing to
Right. It
forgive some
wasn't a character
continuity
did something
issues.
completely against type.
Correct. We just had some continuity issues.
Yeah. But it wasn't like where a character just went,
How did they not see her for 8 months? How did they not
right.
know, the beginning is different than the end as far as like the tone of which how frequently they see each other.
Hmm.
Those are just standard issue continuity mistakes that B minus B filmmakers are gonna make. So yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Um, Now I will say in Act Three, 'cause we got to bring this up after the whole debacle of finding out that uh Diana had her tubes tied behind his back, she then goes on to forget his birthday.
How's that even possible?
Right?
I don't
Shouldn't you be on your best behavior at that point?
I just don't. Granted, this movie is 15 years old. Came out in
Yeah.
2007, so shit, 18 years. We're getting old. 18 years
Dog,
old.
it's really depressing.
So maybe like the ubiquitous nature of like calendar reminders, because like, but like,
Yeah.
how? Like,
I don't know. I don't know.
like, okay, if he doesn't bring it up, okay, cool. But like, you have a child,
Right.
she didn't say anything. You didn't run into his coworkers, like nobody at your
None of
job,
none of your friends hit
calendar.
you up and said like, "Yo, what are you doing for his birthday?"
Yeah,
at all.
it just like it
Y'all have
just
the same friend group. Nobody said anything to you before that.
yeah, it doesn't 2 plus 2 ain't 4. So
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
I'm not gonna hold you, man. Diane was horrible. I don't. I think that they're one couple that should not have made it.
And she gets worse in the second movie. She actually cheats on him. So
Yeah,
yeah, she was you have a point. She was the worst of the wives.
wives. Yeah,
Um, and I think she was the
by
worst
far.
because she didn't realize she was bad.
Yeah,
Like
she
Tasha
thought she was
owned
just.
it. Like Tasha
She
was
owned her shit.
very self-aware. Patricia
Yes,
was grieving. I mean, she drove the car that got in an accident and killed her son. So,
right.
that's
You're never gonna be the
uh,
same after that.
never, ever, ever, ever. And poor Sheila, she ain't do nothing wrong at all.
Yeah, she just was abused, pretty much. I mean, that's
Yeah.
really her only flaw, and that's not even a flaw. It's just something that happened to her. Um,
What else you have for Act
yeah,
3?
man, she was horrible. Okay, so they're all kind of still reeling emotionally. The guys all get together, they're all super faded at the bar. I think the bartender might have called Gavin to be
Yeah.
like, "Yo, your boys are trash. Can come get these niggas out of
It's
here."
pre-Uber,
uh,
so
right, pre-Uber. So they're all hammered, pining over the women they've loved and lost, or think they're losing, whatever. Um, did you think? Do you think Mike actually missed Sheila or and took her for granted, or do you think he just missed the power he had over her?
for a man like Mike, a spouse or a wife is much more about the utility.
Yeah,
He's running a business. He needs someone. I mean, it's almost like an administrative assistant. So he
right.
missed her. Um,
The stability.
she was basically the project manager of his household, and he needed that skill set replaced. And
Yeah,
He thought he could just get that in a hot younger woman, but like he didn't. And so he needed he
yeah,
missed those. Like someone has to. make sure his laundry's done. So and it sounds terrible, but that's probably what he was thinking. Make sure the
Yeah.
kitchen, like now this is all Trina does is spend money, and Sheila saved him money
I
because
was
now he
hoping you'd
probably
make
has to
money.
hire, a housekeeper, a nanny, a da 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 da. So
Hmm.
no, I mean I think he missed her in a practical sense, not in a passionate sense.
Got you.
So I guess I will close with this question: is this his best movie? Tyler Perry
Um,
specifically. I know you know what I mean, but let's tell the audience.
yeah, yeah. So I think this is up there. I think I'd maybe it's in the conversation. For me, top three Tyler Perry movies are this, The Family That Prays, and Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Okay.
Um, so I'd probably take Diary of a Mad Black Woman over this one. Just as a film overall, but I'm not mad at anyone saying this is his best work.
I
Considering the
would
cast that he had and when he got out of the cast, I'm not mad at that opinion.
I would say it's his best work. Then I would go Family That Prays and then Daddy's Little Girls. So,
Oh yeah, that one's good too.
all
I
right,
think any
man.
movie that he's not doing the Eddie Murphy shit is always really good for the most part.
Yeah,
Because he wants to be Eddie
honestly,
Murphy. He wants to be Eddie Murphy so bad, and he's just not Eddie Murphy.
my problem with him is that I know there's a good filmmaker in there. He's just cheap and
Yeah,
lazy and just wants to get everything done as fast as possible. Um,
correct.
and so like the stuff he's making now is just paycheck stuff. And so,
Hmm.
but like, no, I mean, this was a good movie. This is not a bad way to spend 2 hours.
Yeah.
I guess we should rate it. We're just like, what do
Oh
you rate
yeah.
it? We can trim some of that out, but
uh,
what do you rate it? We do have to keep that in.
yeah. I'm gonna give it a. It's actually surprisingly got a good pace for a 2 hour movie.
Yeah,
And you would think there would be a lull after they get back from the trip, but
yeah.
there's really not. So I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars.
I go for it, man. I like this movie. I'm
Me
a
too. Me
tough
too.
critic of Mr. Perry, but this was, credit where credit was due. I've seen this movie a fucking dozen times,
Yeah,
and I watched it last night, and it didn't drag. So 4 out of 5
correct.
stars for Mr. Perry. All right, thanks for listening. My name is Darius. That's D's all up in your area on all socials.
And I'm Jordan. Jordan be writing on all socials.
Please rate, like, subscribe. We are Moviegoers Pod on all socials. That is Moviegoers PD on Twitter. That is PD on Twitter.
And for any ongoing movie recommendations, you can reach out to us via email at moviegoerspod@gmail.com. That's moviegoerspod@gmail.com. That's a wrap. Thanks for coming to the movies with us. We'll be back next week reviewing Best Man Holiday.